She made small talk, asking if I'd enjoyed my trip, asking where I'd been and what I'd saw. I waved her off my lap, sat her down on the sofa next to me and asked her bluntly if she'd decided the 2 envelopes it presented to her before I left. She simply scoffed at me and asked if it was really serious because she assumed that I was just being childish and throwing a tantrum. I informed her that I was deadly serious about it and if she'd given it any thought. She just smirked at me and told me to stop being stupid and get over it. My reply was that she'd given me her answer and said, "Thanks for letting me know where I stand." At which point I rang the solicitor who drew up the 2 sets of papers, and although I hated ringing her one Friday afternoon whilst she was likely with family, she asked me what choice my wife had made. I informed her that I didn't want to discuss it over the phone and could make an appointment next week to discuss it in person and go over my options. As I wrote down the appointment time, I caught my wife staring daggers at me and looking so red in the face that I thought she might be on the verge of either having a stroke, heart attack, or both. After I'd finished the call, I turned to face her, and before she had time to say anything, I told her she'd made her choice and that I was serious about it. Later, I heard on the phone sobbing to her best friend about the situation, asking for help on how she could fix the situation. I couldn't hear the other half of the conversation, but from the sobs my wife was making, I could only assume that the advice wasn't what she wanted to hear.